It's so nice to get to talk to you about this project that I'm really excited about. As you know, I'm co-chairing this event, and I'm co-chairing the Jewish Federation's annual campaign this year and probably next year as well. So to have something so exciting in El Paso with wonderful artists like yourself, and now Jane Weitzman coming in town, so I'm really thrilled that you're a part of this.
Thank you. It's really great for me to be part of it, and I really enjoy doing it, and I'm really glad that I could do something back to the community, which helps me and my family so much.
Well, now, this Art and Soul book that we had gotten from Jane Weitzman, she and her husband, of course, Stuart Weitzman, the shoe person, she used to decorate her storefronts with art shoes, not just the shoes, not shoes from his collection, but the shoes that different artists. And she had probably over 1,500, a couple thousand shoes. But she put 150 of those shoes in this book that she liked. And she's published it, but she's not using the profits for herself. She's using it for philanthropic needs. And so it's really perfect. It's called Art and Soul, and our campaign, women's campaign, is called Art and Soul, Heart and Soul. So I'd like you to tell me about the wonderful idea you had when Mona and I sat down with you, asking you if you would be involved in this project.
I think it's easy would be to start if I tell you that it all comes from the idea of the fundraiser. And so if you little bit tell me what this fundraiser for and what the idea of it, I probably will be able to pull the whole thing.
As you remember, the Jewish Federation helps Jewish families locally, non-Jewish families locally, and the Jewish Federation of North America also helps Jews around the world that need help. So we're helping women, children, people that do not have the means. People could be even people that are coming in from all over the world making Aliyah to Israel. There's so many vast programs of the Jewish Federation of North America and the Israel counterpart with JDC and these organizations that do so much with the funds that we raise. So what Mona and I wanted to do is, when we decided to bring in Jane Weitzman, is to have a function, because I don't know any women in town that don't like Stuart Weitzman's shoes, right? And so, you know, we told you that we wanted you and some of the other artists that we asked to do a painting, which was you know, huge already, but you came up with this other idea, this jeweled shoe project, which I really like, and it's a way to get the community involved. So please tell us about that.
So I could tell you, I was thinking about their particular community idea, because of course that helps not just people far and wide, it will help people here. And we definitely have, with our family, great experience of the great help of the community, Jewish community here. So I was thinking that people who lives here and who really care about the community and who really care about the idea of helping, all ages, all walks of life, they could be part of it. And for that, they really don't need to give up a lot, but they need to think a little bit and think about one little thing in their household which might be a wonderful little twinkle which brings some great memory to them. And then that little piece could be a part of that project. So I brought for you to show an example, because it's much easier for me to show than really just to tell. Then I will start wave my hands way too much, and it'll be really difficult to understand. So I brought for you a shoe, which is big and black and really have some kind of statement already by itself. But I also brought this little tiny piece of embroidery, which, believe it or not, I have from the time of my childhood. And when I was leaving Russia, I thought, oh, I need to bring it with me, because that was the memory about my grandma. I've never used it, I never had a reason to use it, but this embroidery means so much to me because of my grandma, because where I come from, and I still remember this childhood wonderful excitement of seeing such a beautiful thing. So I would think that something like this I could bring, and I could arrange that on that shoe, and it right away would make it a very much a piece of art. But it's also a big deal that I would share my story. I would talk about my grandma, talk about my childhood, and talk about my relation to this little piece. So what I was thinking, it'll be so great that every person who wants to participate in it, who wants to make their little mark, and who wants to support Jewish Federation, they could come up with a little piece, whatever it is, bring it, and we'll have a certain day when we could sit together and arrange all these little things which people have on one wonderful shoe. But then along with the shoe, we almost could produce a book like this, which would give us stories about every little thing. And to give people a little bit more idea of what it is, I could tell you, for example, I have just a button. And this button was cut off from probably the first piece of cloth which I received from the Jewish Federation. And I was wearing that thing for a long, long time, but then it became worn out. But I still want to keep the button.
It looks like a special button.
And that button will look just wonderful on that shoe. And then I want to touch the life of the young people, because I mentioned that. I don't want people just of the older generation create again some kind of piece which will bring memory to everybody. I want the young people to think about this. So for example, this little turtle, it actually was a tooth fairy gift for my daughter. And I was thinking, when I asked her, she gave it to me. And she again could write a wonderful story about her idea and about her excitement and how it all happened in her life. So this could be another thing which could come on the shoe with no problem. And then I have this little thing, which is my former earring from one of very traditional Russian folk art, which was very beautiful, very elegant. But, it's lost. I don't have another one, so I have only one. And again, I could talk about great city where it's produced. I could talk about my aunt because she introduced me to that art. And I could talk about the craftsmanship which exists in the country. So that could be, again, a great little piece which could easily be part of it and be a part of the great story. So whatever people have and whatever means something to them and whatever they would like to share with the community, I think that could be a great thing for everybody.
Well, it's absolutely fabulous, and you know how much I like design and fabrics, so I'm very happy that you wanted to share that piece of lace, possibly, with the shoe. So let me ask you, Lyuba, because there's several things on there that do mean a lot to you from moving from Russia to El Paso. I believe you came in 1992, is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
And I've known you for a very long time. I think I met you early on. Your daughter and my son were in a kindergarten class at the JCC, I believe. So it's been a long time, and now their wings have sprouted, and I think they're leaving college, and so there's a lot of memories in the community with the JCC and the different programs. And still, you know, I was just in Paris in Israel for the CCD mission, which was for the chairmen and the directors of campaign. And it was very exciting because we are still helping families from all over the world make Aliyah to Israel or go to another community in a place that they feel safe or they feel like they could have a better life. And so, do you remember coming to El Paso so long ago?
Of course, and I was grown up lady, I would say, so I have no problem to remember years before that and the struggle before that and the time when we came. And I should say that person, James Schwartz, was the one who really helped us at the beginning tremendously. There were hundreds of people, literally, who helped us, but he was the one very bright star who helped us to believe that we could still be an artist here. And he took us around and introduced really to the art world of El Paso and helped us from that first tiny step. And his smile, his face, his kindness is always with us.
Well, we couldn't be happier that you've decided to join in this effort, because I do remember when you came in '92, and I was involved then, and I'm still involved, and I care about this community. I care about Israel and the Jews around the world, and actually Tikkun Olam everywhere, whether we're helping Jews or non-Jews, just to make it a better place. So I can't thank you enough, because you are making it so special. And you know, Jane Weissman's fabulous, but you're a celebrity in your own right. So we can't thank you enough.
Thank you,
for
thank you. I'm really excited about this project and looking forward to it.
Let me ask you one more question. I was going to let it close, but you painted. We also are doing an auction of some of the artwork that artists have donated that they painted specifically for this project. So it's a little bit away from the jeweled shoe project, but it will take place at the event in September with Jane Weissman. So would you like to share that, to give them a little bit of a tease?
Of course, I could show you and share my excitement about what I finished, what I've done. I still sort of cannot stop. I'm still thinking more and more I could add to it.
It's a pretty exciting project.
But let me show you.
Oh, wow. Lyuba, you are truly special. Oh my gosh. We are going to have the entire ladies community fighting over this fabulous boot. Oh my. You're just going to make me cry, Lyuba. Thank you so much for being so involved in this project. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, whoever decides to come, even though it's a women's campaign, men are all welcome as well. And we look forward to seeing you on September 13th at the Art and Soul, Heart and Soul event. Thank you.
Thank you.